We're going to go ahead and send it over to Jeffrey Schreiber to talk us through how he is handling these wide receiver props.
So before I dive into all these props for the Philadelphia wide receiver core, I just wanted to give a big picture matchup for all Philadelphia's wide receivers before we dive into specifics. No pass defense was impacted more during the regular season than the Chiefs' pass defense as to whether they put pressure on the opposing quarterback or not. It's interesting when the Chiefs got pressure on the opposing quarterback, they allowed the sixth lowest completion rate in the league at 42% and a league low 3.6 yards per pass attempt. However, when the Chiefs didn't get pressure on the opposing quarterback, they allowed a league high 74.7% completion rate, 7.8 yards per pass attempt, and a 5.5% touchdown rate, which was 30th in the league. So with that being said, there's a bunch of overs here that I'm going to look to take, with the first one being Devontae Smith over 4.5 catches on Caesars, minus 167 on the juice. A couple of reasons here. Throwing out last week's blowout win, Smith had 5+ catches in 7 straight games heading into Championship Sunday. The Eagles throw the ball at the highest rate in the league to their wide receivers. In 3 of the last 4 games for the Chiefs, at least 2 opposing wide receivers in each game had 5+ catches. So look for Brown, look for Smith to get their hands on the football in the Super Bowl. Smith entered championship week earning 8 targets or more in 10 straight games. So I'm going to be hammering that over 4.5 for Devonta Smith. The next prop over here that I got is A.J. Brown to score an anytime touchdown at plus 129 on Caesars. Kansas City conceded the second most touchdowns to all wide receivers during the regular season, specifically getting torched by wide receiver ones. No team allowed more receiving touchdowns to opposing wide receiver ones did than the Chiefs. And also notably, Hurts missed a wide open A.J. Brown in both the divisional and NFC championship game in the end zone. I think the positive touchdown regression is going to be coming for A.J. Brown in the Super Bowl. The last one over here that I'm going to dive into is Quez Watkins to go over 10.5 yards. 11.5 yards on Caesars. In close games this season of 7 points or less, Quez runs significantly higher percentage routes, which ultimately leads to more potential targets and yards. The Super Bowl has a 1.5 point spread. Fans can make confidently a case that the Eagles are going to throw more than they had to over the last couple of weeks. And if you look into the specific matchups, Watkins runs the most slot routes among the Eagles wide receiver core at 75.9%. And it's noteworthy that Kansas City has been a really good matchup for opposing slot wide receivers. The Chiefs were 29th in touchdown rate to opposing slots during the year. And just looking at the divisional round, Christian Kirk gave the secondary fits. Last week, Tyler Boyd, slot wide receiver, was on his way to a big game until he ultimately got hurt. So it's looking like Watkins should go over here. And in his last 10 games to close the regular season, he exceeded this over-under of 11.5 in 8 of the last 10. So I'm hammering this. These props are with the expectation that this game stays within 1 score, which should put some pressure on Philly to display their aerial attack. And these are the 3 props that I'm going to hammer for Super Bowl Sunday. And good luck with all your bets.